Okay, hi. So today I'm just sitting in my daughter's room, if you're wondering the background. And today I want to talk about healing yourself, and when you haven't been able to heal yourself. So, when you decide in your mind that you are going to heal yourself and you're going to do it naturally and you are going to, read all the books, listen to all the podcasts, watch all the YouTube channels, do all the research, read the studies, learn from every expert, go to hundreds, thousands, however many practitioners you've gone to, try all the different mind body healings, to Ayurvedic, to Chinese, to hands-on medicine like massage and acupuncture and all kinds of modalities like that, to supplements, to functional medicine, to healing every part of your body. Okay, when you have decided this and you do all the work it takes, maybe you've done it for a year or 2 years or 3 years, 4 years, and you feel inside your heart like you have done everything, but you're still not healed. And you look, that person did this and, I tried it and I haven't healed. And this person did it this way and I've tried that and I didn't heal. What starts to happen is you start to feel like a failure on the inside. And that burden adds to the reason why you're not healing. So when you feel like you've done everything, you've tried everything, you've searched the corners of the globe, you've tried every modality, from the conventional to the functional medicine to the very obscure of mind body medicine and shamanic healers and all kinds of things, and you still aren't healed. The message that you begin to send to yourself is, I'm a failure, I'm flawed, I haven't been able to succeed with anything, therefore I never will. And you kind of create your own nocebo effect, where in the beginning you were thinking all of these things were going to help you and you had such a wide open road and it was going to work. And as things started not to work, your confidence went down and down. With the next thing that you tried, your confidence was down. The next thing that you tried, your confidence was down. And by the time you've tried the most things that you think could possibly work, your confidence is actually down at the bottom. Your self-worth is down at the bottom. The way you feel about yourself is down at the bottom. And it's hard to carry that hard of a burden. Like, why am I a failure? Why have I failed? Why haven't I been able to do this? Why can't I succeed? I must be a loser, a failure. This is hopeless. You start to use all these negative terms in your head all day long, right? And these, we know for sure, are the exact things that are going to keep us sick, the exact things that are not going to help us heal, right? But it's inevitable that the more things you try that don't work, the worse you talk to yourself in your head, the worse you feel about yourself, the more your shame around other people grows, because now you feel like you can't hold your head up high in front of other people. Like, why can't I heal myself? Why am I such a failure? You feel almost ashamed to tell them all the things you've tried and haven't worked, or that you're still sick. You feel like you need to hide your illness, hide yourself. It's a very difficult way to live, and it's not conducive to healing. So saying that, what do, right? Because that's the situation that most of us get ourselves in the longer we're on this healing path, and it doesn't work. So the first thing we have to do is stop and surrender. Not to the illness, but surrender to trying to be in control of it. Surrender to the control that you feel like you are trying so hard to put over yourself to make yourself heal. And you have to surrender, like, okay, this isn't working. I don't want to give up, and I don't want to accept this illness, and maybe I never ever will. But this isn't the way I'm going to heal myself, because I've got so much pressure on myself and so much negativity and feelings of failure and shame and guilt, and maybe you're even carrying a bigger burden, like you feel like the reason that you're sick in the first place is your fault, and the guilt and the trauma and everything builds on itself, and it's not healthy. It's not going to heal you. So if you've been down this road and this is the road you're on and this is the way you're feeling, we have to change the way you're feeling. So the only the way that we can do that is to work on letting go of our control and being like, I don't know if I can do this, and that's okay. I'm going to do my best, and that's okay. I love myself, and that's okay. And the most important thing is we have to forgive ourselves. Forgive ourselves for trying and failing. Forgive ourselves for, not climbing that mountain, not completing that race, not finishing the goal, not getting the medal, not putting our arms up in victory yet. We have to forgive ourselves. We have to believe in ourselves again. Truly believe in ourselves and not just feel like, oh, I'm going to move on to the next thing. But deep down, we feel angry at ourselves and sad and mad at ourselves and feeling like failures and feeling guilt and feeling shame and feeling all this horrible energy when you're around yourself and the way you think other people must view you, the way you see yourself around other people. And you've got to forgive yourself for failing up to now. And you've got to let go of the control that it's going to take inner work. It's going to take healing that hurt and that burden that you've placed on yourself, and that your body can trust you to love it no matter what, and to forgive it, and to let go of your shame around other people and guilt around other people, and be able to look at them and hold your head up high. My son the other day, he was in this public speaking contest, and he had practiced this speech at his school and he won. And then he went to the Legion and he did his speech against, a bunch of other people who had won from different schools, and he won. And then they moved on to another competition, and it was kids who had won first place from all the different areas got together, and he won. And then he went on to the next one, which was the whole region, all the winners from the region. And he came in 4th place, which was last place because there was only 4 speakers at this one. And he was devastated. He felt like a failure, like he was not good enough, like he came down so hard on himself, like he was a loser, he was the worst person there. And I'm thinking, wow, look at all the things that he won. Yet that was only one small thing, and he felt like a failure for himself. He felt like a failure for his mom and dad and his grandparents and all the people who came to watch the competition. And that's only one thing. Now, can you imagine if you've been trying to heal yourself for years and your life depends on this? How much shame and guilt and toxic energy you feel if you come in 4th or you come in last? So what we have to do is we have to be proud of ourselves. We have to say what I said to my child, which is, you did the best you could. You tried so hard, and it didn't matter whether you won or lose. I'm proud of you. I love you. That will never change. Be proud of yourself. Love yourself. And try again. He was never going to do a speech again. I said, you're great at speeches. You can try again next year. It doesn't matter. right? You have to believe in yourself and love yourself. So these are the things that we need to go inside and do the deep inner healing work, to forgive ourselves for all the failures, to forgive ourselves for not being able to do this, up to this point, to take the pressure off, to hold our head up, to be able to look people in the eye and hold our heads up, not filled with shame, but filled with pride. Like, look at all the things I've done and tried, and I'm amazing, and I'm proud of myself, and I love myself, and I don't care what you think, because I'm proud of myself, and therefore you should be proud of me too. We don't need to hold ourselves to a perfect standard. We're doing the best we can, and one of the best ways that we can try to heal ourselves is to take the burdens off ourselves. And that means the pressure, the guilt, the shame, the feelings of failure and inadequacy and hopelessness. We've got to change that around. And so it really requires stopping and knowing that you're doing something to heal yourself because you love yourself. You're eating that because you love yourself. You're going for that walk because you love yourself. But if it feels like shame and it feels like work and it feels like something you're failing at, or you're doing it and it's not working, then you don't need to do it. All you need to do to heal is love yourself, be proud of yourself for everything that you do, and to be with yourself, to be on your team, and to promise if something doesn't work, you're going to love yourself, be proud of yourself anyway, and then move on to the next thing. If that doesn't work, you're going to love yourself and be proud of yourself and give yourself all the good, positive feelings and self-talk that you need, and then you'll move on to something else and you'll feel good about all these things. Instead of carrying, as we do more, we feel worse. We need to, as we do more, we feel better. So the more we do, the better we feel, the more proud of ourselves we are, the more we love ourselves, the less shame we have. And then that is how you're going to heal yourself, because you're doing all the things, but you're feeling all the right things, right? You're feeling the love, the forgiveness, the unburdening, the pride in yourself, the total commitment to yourself, and love and support and unconditional faith, right? So right now what we're doing is this, and we can't heal because we're out of balance. But if we still do all these things, but really we work on building this up, some people work on building this up and they're not doing anything and they're not healing either. But we need to build it both up. You can't heal unless you have all that self-love, that self-pride, that beautiful relationship with yourself, that you love yourself, you can be with yourself, you can go in and hear your darkest feelings and still love yourself. You can go in and let yourself unburden yourself of, crying and shame and feeling those feelings, and then you come in as yourself and love that hurt better. So this is what we need to do when we've tried to heal ourselves and we haven't been successful. I feel this is what's going on inside, and we bring that energy to the next thing that we're doing, and it's a mismatch. So if you resonate with this, I hope that you found these words powerful and it will give you something to think about. And I hope you go in and do the inner work to love yourself and to heal the hurt from trying and failing, and to heal and forgive yourself and love yourself and unburden yourself at the level that your soul needs. Okay? I hope this helps.